Good morning. We are live Facebook and YouTube. We're just about to go live on Instagram. Here we go on Instagram. Good morning if you are joining on Instagram. Wednesday morning. Just been having a little chat with the Zoom group, and we were talking about plyometrics and also about just making sure that we can keep, when we're moving those shoulders and upper body relaxed, we can keep this part relaxed, the face relaxed, whether you're walking, whether you're running. So we're going to do a little bit of work on neck and shoulders, and then we'll have a little explore of some plyometrics. And I know that can be a little bit challenging if you're all online. So if you can just watch if you don't have the space to do it, but have a little play. As always with these sessions, if you are watching online, please bear in mind that if you have any contraindications or if you have any issues with ankles or joints, do not push or force anything. So just do what is comfortable for you. But we'll start off with a little bit of mobility. So finding a space where you have room, I've just swapped the wrong glasses over, where you've got room side to side and forwards and back. And we'll take our feet shoulder width apart, nice and stable and supported on the ground, lifted and lengthened through the spine. So visualizing that whole idea of connecting to the sky, or connecting to the sky through the crown of the head, connecting to the ground through the feet, so that we've got the spine, or that central rotational axis, down the center of the body. So that means the shoulders can just sit on top. The shoulders can just relax. We're not having to tense the shoulders at all. Shoulders are just heavy, arms are hanging, and then we'll just start that movement from the center, from the hips and the waist. And without hurting yourself, you can just have a little bit of contrast. Just tense the shoulders up and lean forwards and do it, and see how weird that feels and how uncomfortable that feels. And then maybe again, just being very careful that we don't put too much pressure on that lower back. Maybe lean back and do it, and you lose that sort of like central axis, and then just balance yourself so you can find that sweet spot where you've got your central axis. Your shoulders can relax, between the shoulder blades can relax. Breath is easy in and out through the nose. If you have the range of motion and it's comfortable for you, just glancing behind, again, really paying attention to lifting the crown towards the sky and making sure that we're not leaning forwards or back, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Just glancing behind, giving ourselves a little bit more of a twist, more of a rotation. And then coming back just forwards, just to the front, and slowing it down into water waves. We were talking just before we started the class on letting go of any excess tension. So this is a nice movement to notice where we need to be strong and where we can soften a little bit. So we need to be strong through the lower body to connect to the ground. We need to lengthen the crown or lengthen the spine up towards the sky. lifting through the crown. So think of that strength through that vertical axis, rotational axis. But now you can soften face. We don't need any tension in the face. So you can soften and relax into the brow, into the eyes, into the jaw. You can soften into the shoulders, into the elbows, into the fingers, wrists. You can soften into the hips, soften into the knees, soften into the ankles. Anywhere we've got that rotation in the joints. That's what's nice about doing stuff slowly, doing stuff mindfully. We have an intention of why we're doing this movement. We're just checking in with where we need to be strong, where we can let go, where we can soften, where we need to be aligned, and then where we can relax. And then we can just stand for a moment. We can open up the shoulders, bring the palms facing forwards. I always remember, and I still have to check in, running, sometimes my right thumb would always be tight like that. So even now, sometimes I'm just running, I'm just going, oh yeah, just relax that right thumb a little bit. It doesn't need to be like that. And I only noticed that from years of photographs of me going, yeah, I'm running. But it's just, why is that right thumb tight? And if you just tighten the thumbs, just do it. Tighten the thumbs, just tighten the thumbs up and notice how it takes that tension through the neck and into the rest of the body. Think what we're doing when we're doing tiger, when you tighten, when you create that tension in the claws, we're deliberately creating that strength so we can strengthen into that back. So it's just notice those little things, and that's what's nice about doing stuff slowly. In fact, let's do tiger. Let's get the tiger claws. So feel that tension through the fingers. So tension through the arms in a good way. Get the feet spaced so you're comfortable. So you're slightly about shoulder width apart, slight turn out. Engaging here, keeping that back strong, keeping the chest lifted. Just lowering. And then now you're soft. Now everything's soft here as you come back up. And then again, strength, tighten, tension in a good way. And then soft as you stand. Soft, 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 and then strong. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. We're not forcing. The breath is easy in and out through the nose. Feel that difference. Strength, keep the chest lifted. And then you can soften the arms, relax. Let's do it half speed for the last one, so slow. Keep breathing, so you'll breathe rhythmically. You don't have to hold the breath, or you don't have to just breathe with this one movement down and up. This is where it gets challenging because you've got to come up slowly. It'd be so easy just to stand up quickly, but can you come up slowly? Squeezing everything. Good, and have a good shake out. Just shaking out the arms. Shaking out the shoulders. You can do like almost like a washing machine shake, which I've been playing around with. So you stand and you do the alternate sort of like heels into the ground and just get the legs going. Really quick vibration. Shaking up the legs. And then let's do raising the bubbling spring, coming up and letting go. And again, breathing in, letting go. Just be careful, there's nothing behind and you're going to whack your hands. You don't have to tilt too far forwards. Breathing in, balance, let go. Heels hit the ground. Let the body swing. One more, breathing in. And let go. Good, and have a good shake out. Shake, 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 shake. Let's do just a little bit on neck and shoulders. So we're going to bring our hands together behind your back. If you have a little weight handy, grab your little weight, your dumbbell, your kettlebell, a bag or anything. Doesn't worry if you haven't got a little bit of a weight. We stand, let's have our feet parallel, shoulder width, a little bit wider than, no, so shoulder width apart is good. So this is a really good one for just keeping that spine long, connecting the crown to the sky. And we're just going to bring chin to chest. So lengthening the back of the neck. And then just balancing the head on top of the spine. And of course, if you have any problems with the neck, any pain in the neck, do not force anything. And do it very slowly and deliberately. What we tend to do is you do your neck stuff and you're throwing your head all over the place. So do it deliberately, nice and slow. Chin to chest. Just breathing easy in and out through the nose. And then just balance the head on top of the spine, keeping the shoulders down. And then we'll go tilting the head back. But remember, we're doing that not by just compressing that cervical spine there. You're imagining your neck is starting low down in the middle of that upper back. So actually we're getting that movement through the spine, through the upper spine and the sternum. So we're getting that type of movement. Really important that we're not just compressing that upper back. You're lifting your heart to sky. And then you can open the throat and you can open your mouth. You can do a little bit of fly catching. Open the jaw, out the jaw wide. So starting that movement through the middle of that upper back, the middle of the thoracic spine. And with any stretching, you're doing it slowly, we're not forcing. Really liking this one to get that jaw stretched out. Let's do a couple more of this one. And then balance head on top of the spine. Let the breath settle. And then keeping the body facing forwards, the chest facing forwards, we're just going to look side to side. So side, come back to center. Again, we're doing this slowly and deliberately. We really have to ensure that we're lifting from the crown. Keep that spine long. See if you notice one side is more fluid than the other. And then bringing the head back to center. Letting the breath settle. See how that feels. And then we'll do chin to chest. No, we won't. We'll do, we'll do what's that, not a chin and it's not a chest. We'll do an ear to shoulder. And then we're going to lift the chin and the eyes and look up and across. And then back to center. And then we're going to do the other ear to the other shoulder. And then lift the chin. And then it almost becomes just like a very slow pendulum swing. Again, slowly and deliberately. If you have any pain, you stop. Let's do one more to each side. And then rest in the middle. And you can put your weight down if you had a little weight, just give your arms a little bit of a shake out. Again, give your legs a little bit of a shake. We're just going to do a little bit with the feet and we'll explore some very easy jumps, plyometric stuff. Again, this is challenging when you're doing stuff online, but have a little go. If it doesn't work for you now online, just watch it and then maybe you can have a little play outside. But remember with stuff like this, if you've never done it before, take it slowly. Don't force anything. Don't just go mad with it. So the first thing I want to do is just to get some work through the feet. So let's just walk on the heels for a little bit. So just up and down on the heels. Forwards and backwards, side to side. Again, goes without saying, if there's any pain, don't do it. And then we'll change on to the ball of the foot, the bubbling spring. Forwards and back. And just have a little check-in when you're on the ball of the foot, making sure that nothing's dropping in, the ankles aren't dropping in. So as you lift the heels, they just sort of like sit. Ankles come as sort of like an extension of the lower leg. So you've got that strength through the ankle. Again, side to side, you can walk side to side. Do not fall over any furniture. Stand on any pets. Gillian's already doing a little bit of plyometrics going on there. And then on the outside of the feet, Again, if it hurts, stop. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it. Outside of the feet. And again, side to side, you can step side to side. And then inside. Bring the knees in, bring the hips in. And side to side. You can go around in circles. And then we'll have a good shake out. Shake out. Oh, I had a nice crack there in that ankle, nice crunch. So shaking out, get it nice and floppy, floppy ankles. And then the other side. Yeah, it does help to shake the hands because then the feet follow. But you can't lift both ankles up at the same time. Or you could try, but you might end up on the floor. You could do if you're sitting. And then just stand for a moment. That should feel quite nice. And in the feet, got the blood flowing there. Simple one. Take your feet, have your feet parallel, about hip width apart. All you're going to do is a little jump forward. So you just jump forwards and land. All you do. And then if you haven't got the space, step back. And same thing, just get a little bit of a swing going, little jump forwards, land, soft landing. Keep it soft, doesn't have to be a big jump. And just keep repeating that, jump and land. Now, if you've got the space, you can jump and jump and jump. So if you go outside, you can do the jump like that. If you haven't got the space, just jump and land. Let the breath settle. Or you could jump back as well. So you could jump forwards and jump back. And jump forwards and jump back. It's all about soft landing. So listen to the landing. Listen to the landing. If it's really heavy, smack, you're wasting energy with the landing. So keep it very soft landing. Absorb the force as you land. Absorb the force as you step back. Forwards, back. Then you could maybe make it a little bit quicker. Suddenly that heart rate is increasing. And then slow it down and have a little bit of a shake out. As simple as that, that's a really nice starting point, and you'll notice that heart rate increase. So you can progress that if you had a little platform. Again, with a platform, make sure it's safe to jump onto a platform. So you don't have to, I was just saying to the group before, I've still got a mark on my shin where at the gym, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we had the metal boxes and I missed and caught my shin on the metal box, and I've still got that scar there now. So don't go jumping on any rocks or anything metal, but if you've got like a small block or something that you're not going to jump on and fall or go flying, it's good just to have something just to jump onto and then off, and onto and then off. You don't have to find anything now. Don't jump on any sofas or anything like that. So that's a nice start. Then another one you could do is just single leg hop. So you could just be, and again, keep it nice and light. And this works with that whole idea of alignment. So even more connecting to the earth through the ball of the foot, connecting to the sky through the crown, relaxing the shoulders. Everything we're doing plays into this. Where you need to be strong, where you can soften, then we can swap. Is one side easier than the other side? Absorb everything through the body, so absorb the force. Breathing easy in and out through the nose. And you can swap. Irish dancing. Then you can go side to side. And then you end up having a little run. And then slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. Shaking out the legs. Just keeping the mouth closed to recover. So you'll take a slightly fuller breath. So you should feel, that's a really nice way of getting the heart rate up. So just doing those little bit of plyometric stuff. If you can work on the slow, mindful movement that we're doing, the Qigong stuff, adding in a little bit of strength stuff, upper body, lower body, and then a little bit of plyometrics, it's a really nice mix. Pulling down the sky, breathing in, breathing out. Slowing the breath. And then interlocking thumbs, just resting the lower belly, bringing the feet together. Closing your eyes. And enjoying that bamboo in the wind. And now taking a calm, full breath low into the body. Opening your eyes at the top of the breath, stepping out. Giving yourself that little bit of a brush down. It's quite fun adding some of that plyometric stuff in. I know it's challenging if we're doing it online, but we can certainly do a little bit more of that. Because as I say, that balance between the strength stuff, the slow, controlled movement, the Qigong, the breath guiding the movement, and then bringing that plyometrics in, using the breath so you're breathing comfortably with that, using the breath to recover, is a really good combination. So thanks for jumping in. Thanks for literally jumping in. Thanks for joining as always. If you've got any questions or requests, do let me know. If not, I will see you next Monday where we'll focus a little bit more on the breath.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Take care.
That's great.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.